Hey guys, and welcome to the thought leadership topic, or one of the thought leadership topics for the month, workforce management and its impacts on employee experience. One of the things that I'm commonly asked is, Juanita, why are you so passionate about workforce management? And I'll tell you this, I'm a fan of Zig Ziglar, and he talks about building people and people will build the business. And so I am a firm believer in employee experience and having great employee experience, and workforce management directly impacts that. So you're going to ask me, Juanita, I thought workforce management people were the people that sat off in the corner and yelled at people. Well, let's break down the framework, or what I call the core four of workforce management really quickly. And I'm going to show you how it impacts your employee experience. So the core four of workforce management is raw data or data gathering, data analysis. That's one. Second is forecasting. So generally in the workforce management department, you have forecasters that are forecasting the volume and the traffic from customers that are going to come in so that they can get a capacity plan to say, okay, well, how many people do I need to serve our customers? All right. So you have forecasting as two, and then scheduling is third. Okay. Now, when do I need these people to serve the demand of our customers? And then four, intraday is how do I respond in real time, day of. Right now, the plan is in place. How do I respond in real time, day of, to the actual day-to-day things that are happening? So when we think about those core four, data gathering and data analysis, forecasting, scheduling, and intraday, if you're not looking at your data, then you're likely the type of leader or the type of business that is always on the, like, okay, I need to see this. You're reactionary. You're acting to day-to-day things that are happening because you're not looking at your data. There's a saying, and I'm sure I'm going to jack this up, but there's a saying that talks about history repeating itself. And so if that is the case, wouldn't it be appropriate to look at history? Right? Wouldn't it be appropriate to look at our data and tell us, hey, historically, this is how, or this is where the volume came in. This is how we perform. And likely, if it's a Tuesday, just a regular Tuesday, and this is our regular volume, this is how we're going to perform. But if we're not looking at that every Tuesday, you're doing something different. Or when something different happens, you're not sure how to respond to that because you don't have an actual baseline plan. So data is super important. And that is definitely going to impact how your employees, right? If you're giving your employees different instructions every Tuesday, then they can't settle in. So that impacts their job stability and impacts how they feel about their work. Second, when we think about forecasting, if you said that we were going to get 500 calls and we got 100 calls, okay, then what's happening? Likely your employees are sitting around like, I have nothing to do. So they're idle, they're bored, they're not engaged. On the contrary, if you said that we were going to receive 100 calls and we got 500 calls, now agents are burnt out, employees are burnt out, they're rolling on the river. It's too much. It's a lot going on, right? They don't have time to breathe between one call to the next. Burnout. So now we have agents experiencing or employees experiencing burnout. So forecasting is critical to your employee experience. Before you try and come get me, a forecast is a forecast for a reason. You're going to be within a certain era, or you should be within a certain era accuracy, a margin of accuracy. But the point is that you want to make sure that you actually have a forecast so that you can know, okay, and your employees can know what to expect. Second, when we think about scheduling, now this is the one that everyone generally always says, is impacting employee experience. And this is true. It does directly impact employee experience, but it's not the only core component of workforce management that impacts employee experience. Scheduling impacts employee experience because when you think about making work flexible and making work-life balance, are we offering our employees the right types of schedules? Have we done a schedule analysis on what our business need and what our customers need and what our employees are willing to work? I will never forget working in an organization and I suggested a certain type of schedule and they swore me up and down. No one wants to work that. We simply did a survey and it was the top 3 pick of schedules. So just because you wouldn't want to work it doesn't mean that someone else wouldn't want to work it. So I highly encourage you to look at your schedules, do a schedule analysis, come up with creative schedules. Not everybody needs to work an 8 to 5. You have parents out there, you have children that are taking care of their parents. You have all different types of reasons why people would probably like a shift that you wouldn't like. That's because our lives are different. Imagine that. Okay, so scheduling impacts employee experience. And then last but definitely not least, intraday. How are we responding, not reacting? Okay, because when you're reacting and you're reactionary, you're having knee-jerk responses. You're jerking your employees around. Oh, go do this. Oh, go do this. Go do this. Go do this. That's crazy. So we need to be able to respond in the moment, which means we need to have playbooks. Okay, that's another tactic, a video for another time. But we need to be able to respond to what's going on in the business real time. And if you are reacting and not responding, then your employees are feeling it and it's impacting your employee experience. So when I say that workforce management has a direct impact on your employee experience, that is exactly what I mean. I hope that this video was helpful in helping you understand how workforce management impacts your employee experience strategy or your employee experience. And listen, if you don't have an employee experience strategy, please stop saying that you care about customer experience because it just sounds good, but it's not good. Until next time, go be great and let's make impact. See you all soon.